We'll kick off with the Nielsen perspective on rural India, more specifically the rural shopper, and after that dive straight into a few specific observations that we have in terms of the dimensions and the depth of the rural consumer. So there you have it, the rural opportunity is summarized quite aptly. I think you've had the first half of the day setting the context and talking about the various dimensions of rural India. What I'd like to do in the next 15 to 20 minutes or so, and then we'll open it up for any questions you might have or discussion or observations of your own, is really talk about how we look at the rural opportunity, not just through the general and more, I should say, generic observations people have on rural India and the enormous opportunity that sits by virtue of 800 million consumers being there and growing, but also more specifically how it pertains or how it might pertain to rural marketers in terms of getting a grip of what the exact size of that opportunity is and where that opportunity may specifically lie, but looked at through the lens of the rural consumer and more specifically the rural shopper. So this is the small quiz post-lunch that we've organized. Does anybody recognize this lovely child? Aishwarya, did someone say? I mean, how she looks currently or how she looked back then? Still peaches and cream complexion, you're right. But Aishwarya's daughter, the nameless one you mean? No, the one who must not be named. No, this is actually the world's 7th billion consumer, Nargis in UP. I think you've heard a lot of statistics, a lot of information in the sessions gone before that give you a sense of what that is. And even as we know that, what we've done is look at more specific, I should say, symptoms of what the future of rural India might look like and generate perhaps what we call uncommon sense. So you know the common sense, and we'll try and look at what we find as uncommon phenomena that seem to be sustained in rural India that tell us or the harbingers of what might happen in the future. We'll also look at, from our point of view, what the winners in rural India have done. So why have those who have succeeded? What specifically did they get right that others might learn to hope to learn from and emulate? And we see rural India as a $100 billion opportunity with a time frame of as close as 2025. How does this actually break down, and what is it comprised is something we'll get into. How does it build up to that $100 billion? And then we've done an interesting experiment that we'd like to show you if we have a bit of time. It's audio visual, so it won't be me talking on and on. We'll hand over to a montage of what the rural consumer's life might look like in 2025 when his and her affluence increases and their environment and retail landscape changes dramatically. So we'll get to that in the end if we have time.